Hello, everybody. Welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Still getting over my cold, so my throat is going to be cracking a little bit. I'm trying so hard to just rest and get better. But of course, now that all of my pre filmed videos have passed, I need to upload new ones. So I wanted to do my Out the Door in 24 update, which updates on the 20th of every month. And this is created by Deb from Debbie here on YouTube. And I just think this is such a great idea. And I wanted to take part in last year's Project Pen version of this. But this year I've decided to do it because I had so much in my house. I wanted to declutter and I wanted to get it out right away. So as you all know, in the beginning of in the intro, I had shown you a ton of stuff that I have gotten rid of out of my house. Some of it I still have to donate and things like that. So within the year of 2024, it will be leaving my home, but it is no longer something that I want to keep in my collection or in my home. So, and those are all like housewares, clothes, all that kind of stuff. There's something other than makeup and skincare and beauty. So I do have some items that I want to talk to you about today in this. There are 24 items that I will be discussing with you. I don't have anything out at the moment, so I'll have to grab it as I go. I'm just going to adjust this quickly. But there's quite a bit of stuff I want to talk about today. So let me see if I can locate my first item. Excuse me. Which is, oh, it's way down the bottom here. Okay, so this is an eyeshadow palette from Glamlight, and it's the Red Velvet eyeshadow palette. And this one I have been hemming and hawing about over the last few months, whether I want to keep or not, and I still have not used it. I'm really trying to keep it in my mind of like, what am I wearing? Am I going to grab this? Is it something that I need? And I do still want to try it. It's a beautiful color story, and I do still want to play with it. So I will definitely keep this in still. There is the Melt 24/7 shadow palette or eyeshadow palette. Did I say 24/7? Melt 27. I can't remember what I said. I'm so tired. But this is what it looks like here. Now, this one I'm going back and forth on. A part of me wants to keep it. The reason it's in this is because it's very one note. And in all honesty, like, I feel like the eyeshadows kind of come off my eyes throughout the day. Like, they don't stay. But when I apply them, it's very beautiful. Now, I'm using this shade, this shade, this shade. This one is horrible. Does not pick up very well in hard pans. I'm using this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. This one also hard pans and feels horrible. Just not pleasant to wear. The shimmers are a no. And in all honesty, like when I look at this palette, I think, oh my gosh, I just think it's so beautiful. And the browns, like if I show you this one brown especially, this is such a me color. Absolutely a me color. So when I'm going to swatch a couple of these shades for you. But when I'm using them, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. I love these. They're very boring though, like when you're looking at them here. But when I create the eyeshadow, it looks great. Like when I put it on my eyes and everything, it looks great. But how many neutral eyeshadows do I own? Like how many do I own that I'm like, I already have all of these shades. But I am going to hang on to it for a little bit longer and get some more play out of it and see what I think. And perhaps by the end of the year might be something that I want to let go of, or maybe sooner, who knows. But I have only used it maybe a handful of times in January and February. And so I'd like to continue using it a little bit more. And then perhaps I could see myself decluttering it. I feel like it's just such a bland one note color story. And I do have so many other eyeshadow palettes that have those shades in there, as well as other shades to really amp up the look. So it could just be something that is not necessary in my collection anymore, but I am going to play with it for another month or so. And then I have the MAC Gold Studio Finish Face Powder, which I will be completely honest, I have not used. And I'm essentially just hanging on to it in my bin to like make sure that my Pan That eyeshadow palette for the year is on top and easy to reach in the drawer. So it's just kind of sitting there. I don't want to get rid of this yet, and I do want to add this to other eyeshadow. Why do I keep saying eyeshadow? Other face loose powders. You can see it right there. It's a beautiful like finishing powder. I just need to remember to use it. I just don't use it. So I need to try. So I'll keep that for now. Then I had this, let me see if I can grab it. The Milk Makeup Electric Glossy Lip Plumper. This is a hell no. This burned my lips. It felt like my lips were on fire. And I like lip plumper, but this was like very uncomfortable on the lips. So this immediately is going just after one use. Excuse me. Then we have the Grande Mascara, which is a conditioning peptide mascara. And I don't know where it is right now, so I'm not going to go digging, I don't think. But it's just the mascara that, where did I even put it? It goes with the serum. I'll show you the serum, because I don't even know where the mascara is at the moment. I know I have it somewhere here, but anyway. So that one will stay in for a bit. Then I have the Beauty Crop BFF Brow Friends Forever. And in all honesty, this is really lovely, but I had stopped using it for a while, and then I finished one of my ABH brow freezes. I finished it, and I was like, oh, let me just try this. And I guess it got dried out a little bit and goopy. So when I apply it on my brow hairs, which you can see I have plenty of, you can just see the goop. It just, like, it's just stringy and gelatinous. It's not like liquidy creamy or liquidy jelly. It's like firmer jelly. So it no longer looks good on the brows, and all you see is like clumps of that liquidy stuff at the end, or the gel stuff at the ends of my brow hairs, and it is not a nice look. So I do recommend the product if you're going to use it up quickly, but I have stopped using it for a few months and then went back to it, and now it's just kind of gotten a little too firm and gross for me. So that is going to be decluttered. So that's 2 that are leaving. Then I have the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm in Orgasm. That is at my vanity at my desk, and I'm just going to continue to use it until it's gone. And then I have a Bare Minerals Gen Nude Lip Gloss in the shade Pout, which I have used a couple of times, and this was actually quite lovely. I enjoy it. It's a beautiful color. It just has a very basic doe foot applicator. The color is beautiful. I really enjoy it. So hopefully I can get that completed. I'm just working on finishing a couple of other glosses first, and then I'll try and finish that one. And then I have the Essence lipstick in the shade Bold 03, which I have right here. Looks like that. Very cute for a drugstore and really inexpensive. Very cute, very light, very cheap feeling. Honestly, very, very cheap feeling, but it could look expensive, honestly. But it's really lovely. I just have, oh, here's the mascara. But I have not used this one yet, so I will just keep it in until I do want to use it. And then I have a bunch of other MAC lipsticks, which are in here. I'll show you these ones right here. I'm not going to pull every one of them out right now. I'm not touching them right now because I'm working on like 5 other lipsticks. So once, say, spring, summer starts coming around, then I'll start pulling out the fun lipsticks. But I'm going to just go past all of those other ones for now, which is Flat Out Fabulous, Fashion Revival, All Fired Up, and Heroin from MAC. Next is the Maybelline Liquid Lipstick in Peachy, the shade 15. And that's this one right here. And I have been working on getting this one out of my collection for a while. I had it used a lot last year, and I don't think there's a lot left. How much is in this? 4.2 mils, and I'm guaranteed I've used more than half, because when you see, like, if I were to move this around in here and pull this out, only the tip of the doe foot has product, so there's very little left in here. So that means I'll have to pull the stopper out of it soon. So I will eventually do that. I'm working on other lipsticks right now. And then we have the BH Cosmetics liquid eyeshadow in the shade Absinthe. And that is definitely something I am not touching. Don't know why. I just have no desire to use a cream eyeshadow. And I could have used it today, but I'm using Pat McGrath eyeshadow, and I didn't really want to put a cream eyeshadow on top of it in case I hated it. So I just haven't used it. So if I don't use it by the end of this year, it's going. So I better get at least a use to see what I think, because it might be beautiful, and who knows. Then we have the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the berry shade, and I'm currently working on the pumpkin one, which is going to take me a long time. This is the big one, and then this is the little one in berry. So you can see there is substantially less in here. So I might... Do I want to switch them around? Nah, I'm okay. I'll get through both of those this year for sure. And then we have the Balm Mary Luminizer, and I have been using this in the last little while. I have plenty of highlighters out right now, but this is what it looks like. Very gorgeous. And there is a total of 8.5 grams of product in here, and I'm realizing that I love this. It looks practically brand new, but you can definitely see that I'm getting some usage on this. It's so pretty. It's not what I have on today, but it is very pretty. I actually really enjoy it. So I'm glad I'm starting to use it, and hopefully I can make a good dent or get to pan at some point. Next we have the Milani Baked Powder Blush in the shade Luminoso, and it is a mini, which looks like this. Excuse me for a second. Oh man, I need that. Anyway, so this is in Milani Luminoso, and I actually have it on today. Now, I don't mind it. It actually shows up really well. It's kind of soft and subtle. It's very glowy and luminous. Of course, it's Luminoso, but it's luminous. It looks a lot more peachy and pigmented. I'm not trying to flip you guys off, but it's a lot more peachy and pigmented on my face than it is if I swatch it by my finger. So for now, I will hang on to it and still play with it, but it's a very dry formula, so I feel like it just kind of sits there. So I don't know. It's okay though. I do enjoy the color. It's pretty. Yeah, it's all right. Then we have the MAC Extra Dimension eyeshadow in the shade Sweet Heat, which I have not used yet. Do I know where you are? Yes, I do. So this is Sweet Heat. Have not taken it out of the packaging yet, because why would I when I haven't even touched it yet? Oh my gosh, that's so terrible. Anyway, I have so many things in this little bin. Then the Chloe perfume sample, the deluxe size sample. I have that right here. I have stuff all over, but I haven't used it yet because I'm using my atomizer for something else currently, and I don't want to dab my perfume onto my skin. I don't like doing that because I just feel like the dead skin cells and stuff just get back into the perfume and it looks like sediment after, which is so gross. And then we have the L'Oreal True Match Bronze It Bronzer. Oh, I skipped over one, which was the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation in a powder, which is 120 vanilla. And that one wasn't even opened. It was actually still sealed. So I decluttered that because I'm just not interested in foundation powder. I don't mind loose powder or a pressed translucent powder, but I'm not into a powder foundation at the moment. So what I have is fine, and I'll just keep those other ones. But I was okay letting go of the L'Oreal ones. And they were very perfumey, like very strong perfumey. But this one is the L'Oreal True Match Bronze It Bronzer in the shade 02 Medium. And I really do like this, but do I like it enough to hang on to it? I don't know. It's okay. It's like nice and radiant. You get a little bit of a glow from it, which is beautiful, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm not usually when I like a product, I have a very strong feeling toward that product and I know I like reaching toward it. This, I'm very impartial and I hate feeling impartial, which tells me I don't really probably love it. But anyhow, I'm going to continue trying that for a little while to see if I want to keep it. I think what bothers me is the broken, cheap packaging. That is very irritating. And then last but not least, we have the MAC and Toledo blush in the shade Azalea Blossom. Now, I was keeping that for the longest time because I love the packaging. The MAC and Toledo packaging is absolutely stunning. And it had a pink and purple ombre effect to it. So you had two different shades. One was a really bright, almost powdery looking pink, and it blended into a gorgeous like lavender shade, which was stunning. And it kept getting hard pan. It just was so firmly pressed that it was very unenjoyable to try to get the product off of the product, like out of the pan into or onto my face. And it was very much a struggle to get that completed. So I have decided to let that one go. So we are currently left with 20 items. So I've decluttered 4 so far, and I have, you can tell by the way that I'm talking about some of the items that I probably have room to declutter a few more. I also have some items that I have since decluttered since the intro, so I might show you at the end of this video. If not, I will save it for the next video and just compile more because I do know that I will be decluttering more throughout 2024. So I will have gone way over the 264 items. I have already reached my 264 items and then some. So anything extra is just a huge perk for me to get that stuff out of my home and to just make my home feel less cluttered. And I really enjoy this project. I enjoy this project. So please go ahead and check out Deb from Deb B here on YouTube and give her a hello and tell her that I sent you. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.